Another long day ahead. I do enjoy my work, of course. That's why I chose research in the first place. But sometimes I just want to take a day off. That would be too expensive, though. Oh, the expense, so expensive. I guess if they're paying to send us on this mission, they want to get their money's worth. It's okay, though. It's nice to have a few months on and then several months off. Plus, we're about halfway through this mission. I'm sure it will go by fast. But at least I'm never lonely. Yes, I am talking to you. Who else would I be talking to? There's no one else here in this lab. And no one else knows you're here, except me. I have to keep you my little secret because otherwise I would be fired so fast. Can you imagine them finding out they hired a researcher who's bonded with a symbiote? My company is progressive, but that would be too much even for them. What a liability, they'd say. They'd force me to resign. Or, even worse, they might try to hurt you. But don't worry. I'd never let that happen. I do understand how people can be apprehensive about symbiotes. When I first met you, I was terrified. I had stopped by one of the new planets that had been given the green light. We were taking vegetation samples, nothing that exciting. But suddenly, I got this terrible headache. I was in bed for days. I thought I had come down with the flu or something. And then I heard you talking to me. At first, I thought you were a hallucination. I thought I was delirious and I had a fever or something. But when I started to feel better, you were still there. And you were so patient with me and calm. You were pretty weak when I found you on that planet. Who knows how long you'd been there? You had no host. You were hibernating, waiting for someone to rescue you. I know you used to be paired with a creature that I'm unfamiliar with, but when it passed away, you were left there all alone, forced to take refuge in a plant. Not sure if you would ever leave that place. And then I came along, taking clippings of leaves and digging up roots, and even in your hibernating state, you could sense me from the plant you were hiding in. You could feel my warmth. You heard my voice. And you followed my light to safety. But I was scared when I heard your voice. I didn't know who you were. I didn't know what any of it meant. I thought you were a parasite who was going to take over and that I'd be done for. But that's not what happened at all. You became a part of me. A part that I didn't know was missing. I thought at first that we'd find you a new host. You're alive. You're an intelligent entity. You need someone else to survive the way I need water or food. It's part of who you are. But I knew if the company found out, we'd be in trouble. They'd classify you as some new discovery. They'd try to take you away. They'd say I didn't have the right clearance, that I didn't know what I was doing. I just research plants, after all. I'm not the face of interplanetary diplomacy. Even worse, they wouldn't see you as an autonomous being. They'd put you in a cage. And that's not right. At first, I wanted you to leave. But there was that night I couldn't sleep, and you talked to me. Until I did. There was that day my supervisor was rude to me, and you told him off. No one can hear you except me, unless you're doing that radio communication thing. So my supervisor didn't hear you chew him out, but I did. And I felt really supported. I used to see you as a refugee who bonded with me because you had no other choice. Because I had no other choice. But now I see you as a colleague, as a confidant. You can hear me, too. You can even hear my thoughts when they're really loud. And that's personal. That's information that no one else gets access to. But in a way, it's kind of a relief. Because you know everything about me. And you never made me feel bad about who I am. Plus, if we're just talking practically, you've been so helpful with my work. My supervisor has been astounded. The progress that my team has made in such little time, it's completely unexpected. But it's because of you. And all the stuff you know all about these plants, what they're made out of, which ones are safe, which ones are dangerous, what time of day they open towards the light, what kind of materials they thrive on. And I know you enjoy applying your knowledge. You get to see our success. But this mission isn't forever. And I know we've talked a lot about what would happen to you once my assignment was over, when I returned to my home planet. And for a long time, I wanted you to move on. But I don't feel that way anymore. I want you to stay. I didn't realize how lonely I was until I met you. And at first, I was just being brave. I thought, oh, they need me. I can help them out and then they'll go away. But I'm not just helping you get by anymore. We're starting to thrive together. And if you weren't here, who would I talk to about all my new adventures? And I don't get headaches anymore. When I first met you, my head was killing me because you were dying. You didn't have much life left on your own. And I wasn't used to having to share my energy, so having two peas in the pod felt like way too much to handle. But once you were feeling better, and I was feeling better, we were both able to heal. And we found a balance. We found harmony. Except when it comes to sour candy. I don't know why you make such a big fuss about it. Just let me enjoy sour candy. It's not even that bad. I know you said it feels terrible, but what does that even mean? What are you feeling? It's just sour. I know. I'm not gonna eat it. Don't worry. It's just one of the things I miss is all. but I really enjoy the night vision. The way you process light is superb. I haven't banged my shin on anything in the dark since I've known you. I love it. And the radio communication thing is cool. I wish I knew how you did that. You know, when I touch something and you can conduct sound through it. Stuff like speakers I understand, but you've done it before with a metal bowl. It's like you're broadcasting or something. Remember that night we stayed up for hours laughing because I kept touching the intercom and you were saying the craziest stuff and making everyone on the ship think it was the computer malfunctioning? Oh, man. See, that's the problem of keeping you a secret. I could be researching you and me and finding out all this cool stuff about us. But it's not safe. We can't trust anyone else to keep our best interests at heart. I like when we share dreams together. I know you're in my head, but you're not just in my head, you know? You exist, you're real. You're just different than me. But when I see you in dreams, it's like things are flipped. Like I can really be there with you the way you're here with me. I'm lucky to have found you. You've taught me so much about you, about myself, and about things that are bigger than both of us. You've made me a better person. And I'm sure my teeth are grateful because I'm not eating even a fraction of the sour candy I used to eat. It's okay. We both agreed I could have some sour candy on my birthday, so I'll just look forward to that. Yes, it will be a very noble sacrifice for you to feel uncomfortable for a few seconds. You've been a great teacher, and I'm looking forward to learning even more from each other as time goes on.